West Coast special in the house. Eddie Cohen custom cue, full splice, purple heart handle, highly figured curly up top on the nose. You may recognize this cue for those of you that follow our page. I was able to pick this up from Eddie, who's a good friend of ours, at the Super Billiards Expo this last year. Now, in case you don't know, Eddie's cues are continuing to get more and more popular. He's always been very good at what he does. He, of course, understudied with the great Mr. Ariel Carmelli, both from California. Eddie stepped off on his own and is a highly sought-after cue maker in his own respect. I do like to give credit where credit is due. You can see a lot of similarities in their style, but Cohen Cues and Carmelli Cues are obviously two totally different animals because he does his own flavor with everything that he does. Eddie's work is what I like to call surgical quality. I mean, you got really nice finish work on everything that he does. Now, this was made off of a Rounceville Blank, Rounceville full splice blank. You can see by the long points going up, going down. Beautiful color veneers in there. You've got natural, light brown, teal, and purple. So kind of almost, you could say, Titleist colored veneers. Again, this is not a Titleist. It's built off of a Rounceville Blank. And Rounceville makes some of the full splices for some of the best cue makers in the industry because he does a great job with his full splices. People love his point work, and the cue makers love to build off of his blanks because of his process of turning the wood down, and the woods that he utilizes are always top-notch. Don't quote me on this, and I haven't had a chance to PM Eddie, but I'm almost positive that he told me this was a tomahawk joint. He uses a phenolic, and I thought he said this was a tomahawk material. It's got a 3/8 modified pin. You've got some real nice propeller inlays in each of the points. And there's that Cohen logo at the bottom there. 14.7 on the butt, by the way. So for those of you that like a slightly lighter butt, like we always say, you can go up, but it's a whole lot harder to come down. So if you want to add another ounce or something like that, I'm sure you can get that done. 14.7 on the butt, 3.8 on the shafts. This is actually a cue that I picked up from him at the expo. I sold it to a good friend of mine in California. He's got a really big cue collection. He just took a couple of test hits with one shaft, and he never even chalked the other shaft. So you can say this is in like new condition. There's not a dent, a ding, a scratch anywhere on this cue. It's actually 99.9% brand new. You just shot a few racks with one shaft. So if you want a nice Cohen cue without waiting in line for a year or 2 years or 3 years, I don't even know what Eddie's weight is right now. I haven't asked him lately. He did notably just win both awards at the International Cue Collector Show in Oklahoma. I believe it's only been done one other time, but he won the Collector's Choice and the Cue Maker's Choice. Eddie builds a really good cue, needless to say, and they play jam up. So there you go. Cohen Cue, from our hands to your hands. We can get it shipped out, get it in your hands within a day or two. Only $26.75 plus shipping. Beautiful, beautiful figure of Purple Heart right there. It's one of my favorite woods. Love those long points, and again, built off of Rounceville Blank. Let's get this bad boy in action like it belongs. Hit me up. Send me a message. Eddie Cohen at Crossroad Cues.